Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary done by Diggity. This is going to be a match between Much and Hyun. It's the OSL, ever OSL I should say, 2008 Group C final. Gogo has already been eliminated. Rumble has already proceeded. He is already moving on to the next round in the top position, which is not something I predicted. So Much starting in the bottom left-hand corner in Teal, bottom right-hand corner we have Rumble in purple, and this is Troy. And Troy has tend to favor Zerg for a couple reasons. First of all, I think Stork has got eliminated recently in the OSE. Actually, this season got eliminated in the OSE due to a couple. Basically, I think he got 5 pooled twice. We saw Luxury beat Bisu with a 5 pool on this map, and generally there's just a lot of gas around. So I remember seeing both Luxury and Yarnk, yellow ARNC, going for 4 hatchery Hydralisk builds, and there is a large, as you can see, wow, early scout by Much. So putting that pylon down, actually, I think that's his 6th probe. The 7th probe hadn't even been produced. Pushing out very early, really, I think, concerned about those zerglings, as I was saying. But there's a lot of gas on Troy, a lot of gas all over the map. And so Hydralisks, and first of all, that's very good for Zerg, and also that's wide open kind of ramp at that secondary, which you like that with Hydralisks. You like having that maneuverability room. You don't have to worry about the zealots as much. And the second scout going up, looks like that second probe gonna put down the forge and probably gonna scout as well. Obviously, you need to bring up a second. Well, actually, I shouldn't be so sure. Yeah, no, he is going to set it out to scout. So he's going to have 2 probes scouting out in the field. Looks like they're moving across parallel lines, as you can see. And so that bottom probe is going to come across Hyun's base. So Much really concerned, actually, I guess, about some sort of Zergling push and willing to sacrifice a little bit of his economy to do so. Hyun, though, has gone for a 12 pool build. I'm sorry, for a 12 hatch build. He hasn't put down his pool in his base yet, and it looks like that Overlord has got that probe in the upper left-hand corner. And so yeah, so not going to run into Zerglings here, which is going to allow him to put down his Nexus. It looks like he's going to try to Much is going to try to harass that drone from putting up a pool here. Not able to put it down at 6 o'clock, just going to send that second drone out. Extra 5 seconds, you know, you gotta do it. It's standard. Anyway, but yeah, going to set up a Nexus, and it looks like that drone going to steal a couple minerals. In the meantime, surprised that drone actually wasn't pushing up and trying to harass that Nexus from being built on the opposite end. Looks like he's going to try to engage a probe attack right there, and secondary probe already moved out there, looks like, as well. Bit of an attacking going on. Anyway, and but yeah, that really interests me that Much was very concerned about that Zergling push. And we'll see what Hyun's up to in the meantime. Again, Hydralisk builds very effective on this map. Then just gas every place. Looks like he's setting up with gas right now, and we'll see what he decides to do, if he's going to put on some Zergling pressure here in a minute. Looks like he's setting up actually for a 3rd expansion in the upper right-hand corner. Keep in mind, this is out of Much's view. Much isn't going to be really going to have an opportunity to scout that out, so putting it on a 3rd hatcher kind of in the dark. We'll see if he actually puts the second gas down at that location as well, to keep Much even more in the dark as far as what the build's going on. And actually, that'll create some interesting opportunities, because that's production that's outside of Much's visual range, essentially. So we might be able to catch him off guard with some sort of quick. Well, usually when you see 3 hatch quick cheese builds, it's Zerglings, but maybe a quick Hydralisk build, I'm not sure. Really, I think it depends on how well he can kick that probe scout out. Now, harvesting gas, finally producing Zerglings. Hasn't produced any Zerglings up to this point. Much is secondary now going up. 2 cannons, actually, sorry, a cannon and a gateway at the front door. I remember seeing that earlier. Anyway, but only... and he's putting down his gas as well. A little bit of as you can see, a little bit a probe kind of sitting there idle in the background, which is very unusual. So Much very concentrated on getting the scout in. An excellent job from Hyun hunting that probe down. It's already almost in the red. Only 11 health is in the red, and this is going to get taken out pretty quickly. So that's going to open up a lot of possibilities for Hyun. Looks like, yeah, that 3rd hatchery almost up, and we'll see basically what he decides to do from here. 2 cannons. I'm sorry, that was a cannon there, not a gateway. And taking Galera at a secondary to keep Much in the dark. We'll see if he's able to get that probe back across there. I think that probe was eliminated, and now probe actually scouting across. And the question is it's scouting at that 3 o'clock location. Is it going to scout out that upper right-hand corner, putting down a second gas now? So what a lot of Zerg players will do is they'll take that 3 o'clock location or that 9 o'clock location and then just seal themselves in. Zerglings pushing out, so it looks like Hyun's actually going to try to break this, producing a lot of Zerglings out in the field. Coming across, I don't know if Much is going to be able to deal with this. He's only got 2 cannons, a single zealot, and he doesn't really have enough enough indication to get his probes in to defend. So this could be the game right here. No, I'm sorry, a probe was killed in the upper right-hand corner. Much did see it coming, but it looks like a little bit late. These cannons almost going to get taken down here. It looks like the right-hand cannon is taken down. The left-hand cannon is now surrounded probe, so it's going to be okay. I think Much is going to be able to fight this off at this point, producing another cannon in the backfield. Interesting maneuver from Hyun. It looks like he's just trying to take some cannons down to incur some cost in the background. What this really indicates to me, though, is taking the cannons down early like this, that he's probably going to go for more of a Mulist build. He wants to make sure he's Much anti-Mulist. Well, I guess that doesn't... No, he is in fact going Mulist. There's the Spire right there. And Much actually pushing out with some Zelt as well, maybe wanting to scout up. But it looks like, yeah, more Zerglings flooding out. So basically, he's just trying to keep... what Hyun's trying to do is trying to inflict as much cost, keep those cannons down at the front door, and I think keep Much distracted otherwise in that regard. But usually you don't even worry about it. You just try to get Hydralisks out as fast as possible. You don't bother producing Zerglings at all. It looks like that cannon being produced right there already taking some damage. So third cannon going to go down right there. But it looks like Much completely in the dark. He doesn't know that these Mulists are coming. We'll see if he has enough gain sense to do so. I think he did scout those Zerglings coming from the upper hand corner, so he does know that that base is located there. He is in fact going 2 Stargates, so he is going to be very well prepared for this Mutalist attack. He will be able to outnumber the Mutalists and take them out in the field. But usually, yeah, when you're doing the Hydralist build, you can leisurely wait and you gather them up with your Hydralists. So I think that's an indication to him that there is in fact more of a Mutalist build going on. Still has a lot of those probes out front to defend there. Still more Zerglings pushing in, trying to get those cannons down. Once that 4th cannon goes up, and I guess as you'll see the probes go back, Spire's going to be up momentarily. And the question is, once again for me, I keep saying that, I'm sorry, is whether Much... He's already got that Corsair, that's going to be able to scout out, but will he have enough Corsairs to fight it off? And it looks like the answer is yes. He is going to have enough Corsairs to really deal with this Mutalisk attack. He's going to already have probably 2 Corsairs out in the field by the time he's facing 5 Mutalisks, and he'll be able to move them right back into the secondary. He just needs to get a couple cannons down there as well to worry about, to deal with it. So going in, not seeing the lair there, he's going to be able to scout that